Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a talking head video for you today. Kind of an update on everything that's going on. God, I'm having such a midlife crisis. What a conundrum. I told you last time about the deal in Florida, the job offer that went sideways, and then I had another one that we did an interview, and then that went sideways. We had a great interview, and I called to follow up the following week, and they're like, yep, so I forwarded it on to two groups and you should hear from them, and crickets. Anyway, oh god, they're big organizations, so it's real simple for somebody like me who lives in Arizona to fall through the cracks, and they take somebody else that's local. So I get it. I just keep trying. I don't want to stop. So let's see, what else we got. Oh, I received hey buddy, come here. You gotta see this guy. He is so cute. This is my daughter's dog. His name is Jax. Aren't you? You're awesome. He's got a gray-haired mohawk. Check this guy. He's an awesome dog. Anyway, so I got a phone call from the landlords here on the rental house that we have in Chandler, Arizona. And apparently the owner, his name's Drew, seems to be a real nice guy. I've never met him. He flew to Dubai, I think it was Dubai or UAE or Dubai, one of the two, and he has a Filipino wife that was working there. And so he was going to be there for 6 months. We were going to do a 6-month rental, and then it goes to month, and because me and Austin were trying to figure out, how we were going to get to Thailand and all this stuff. And in the meantime, my daughter broke up with her boyfriend, and now she's living here as well. So now I don't want to separate the two of them. And but let me get back to topic. So now Drew has moved from the UAE or Dubai or wherever to the Philippines, and now he's I get it that he's pretty well off. He's had several properties here in the valley that he has sold, so I'm assuming that he's financially well off, and he's kind of retired or what have you. He left his Lexus in the garage that I'm taking care of, and I start it every couple weeks for him and keep it on a trickle charger for him. Anyway, so he's in the Philippines now, and he wants to build a home there. So the agent told me that he owns this house outright. And in this market, this house is probably $500,000, I guess. So anyway, he wants to stay and live in the Philippines, and so we are going to have to move. But before we have to move, we have to deal with a buttload of people traipsing through the house while we're renting it. So that sucks. So this this kind of elevates my wanting to move to Florida. My girlfriend Wendy, she wants me to move in with her, which I would do temporarily, but I really want to use this as an excuse to get the hell out. The kids are going to move in together. They've got a girlfriend that one of my daughter's girlfriends wants to live with them, and I think that would be a pretty good setup, where the son and the daughter, they've got each other's back, so to speak, and then the two girls got each other's back. She seems like a nice young lady, so I think they'll get along fine. Casey's had her nightmares with roommates, haven't we all, right? You always got that one roommate that's slow to pay or doesn't pay or eats your food, drinks your booze, same old shit. Anyway, so they're prepared to get their own place, and I'll move in temporarily with Wendy, but I want to get the hell out. I want to go to Florida. I have this feeling in my gut that I'm supposed to be there, and that greater things await me there. Not people, but things, jobs, projects. I want to build a container home. I want to buy a sailboat. I want, right? And commercial real estate is really strong down there, particularly in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. I was doing some research before the video, and there's well over 500 commercial listings in the Miami. This is just industrial, by the way. That's all I do is industrial. I don't do retail, I don't do office, and I don't do residential. God, no. But there are over 500 industrial listings in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, and there are only about 220 in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. Are you cold, buddy? You shivering? It is a little chilly out here. Thought it was going to rain on me for a second. So there's more opportunity there, but there's less opportunity for land. There is more opportunity for land in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. You can go a little bit northeast towards the Lakeland area, and there's a lot of land available there. And it's a short 20-minute drive right into Tampa. So I could do my commercial work part time, so to speak, and work on building the container house, work on the YouTube channel, um, work on a sailboat, that kind of stuff. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. I'm going to pause real quick and I'm going to get situated underneath the cover and I'll get right back. Hey guys, sorry about that. So it's still kind of raining outside, so I just brought it inside. And I can't use the living room or my office, which is in the living room because my daughter works from home as well. So she takes up the dining room and is on the phone. So I didn't want to have that in the background and me interrupting her. Anyway, so we talked about, moving in with Wendy. It's a good temporary thing. I'm kind of an OCD guy. So over the past couple of years, I have basically gotten rid of all my stuff. I was preparing to travel abroad, obviously, and I just sold everything off. And it's amazing how freeing that is to not have all this crap that you have to take care of, dust, clean, whatever it is. I have minimal stuff. I mean, I could literally, pack some picture frames up, in the back there, pack that stuff up, throw it in a box, put my clothes in a couple of suitcases, and I'm out. I could give a rat's ass about the bed and all that other physical stuff that, is easily replaceable. But in any case, I'm getting off topic here. But so, move into it with Wendy temporarily, and then her and I would work on going to Florida. She's all on board. She wants to go as well. She has her days when, she works for State Farm and has so for 30 years. And works from home, so she can work from home anywhere. And once we get a Starlink satellite dish, we can work on the sailboat. Well, she can. I won't, but she can work from anywhere. So I don't want to get stuck in that apartment. I don't know, what do you call it? It's just dark and dingy, and I'm done with all that in my life. If I do anything, I'm going to retirement home, man. That's a ways away. But my life is simple. I can live in a freaking 40-foot container. I can live in a RV. I could live, wherever. A studio apartment. I don't need much. I don't want much. Even though I still make 6 figures a year, I don't want that crap. I don't want a big house. I don't want all that stuff. That's just shit holding me down that I don't want in my life anymore. I just need my trusty companion and a passport and, obviously some money in the bank. But that's about it, really. So one of the things that I was going to discuss too is that in order to do this nomadic life, travel abroad and do all that stuff, back in, I want to say June or July, I purchased, at the time it was about $1,000, but it was Adam Enfroy, if I said that right, Adam, sorry. Adam Enfroy's How to Be a Blogger course, amazing course, well worth the money. Him and a partner, and I apologize, I forget his name at the moment, but I'm sure I'll remember at 3 o'clock in the morning. They put together a really good step-by-step way of how to become a blogger. Yes, there are some fairly significant holes in it on other things, but they're more focused on the actual blog portion itself, not how to set up the WordPress website. They do give you recommendations on what to do and stuff like that. Anyway, I took this course. I started my own blog. I'll leave the link down below so you can take a look at it and laugh at me. But what I wanted to cover was things that would help people become digital nomads. The channel is called Financial Nomads. So what I focused on initially was courses, college courses, things like that from Coursera and others, EDX, so on and so forth, to learn online type jobs that you could go work for Google, go work for Microsoft, whatever, Amazon, and work from home. All these companies, Apple, they all things you wouldn't even think of, pet stores or pet supply places or whatever. They all have online jobs because COVID has changed the workforce dynamic really. So I focused on that, and of course software, because software has a really nice affiliate marketing or affiliate commission, as do the courses. And then I kind of added additional one on there for blogs, where I could have additional writers come in and do their blogs and create their backlinks. Everything's about blogging and backlinks, right? So help them out, and then in return get some link juice from them as well towards my site. And then because I'm so into crypto, which I don't really talk about much, just because I'm gonna keep my little mitts to myself, I do express what I do on crypto and things that I like, stuff like that, on the blog. So I have courses, software, crypto, and the blog. And I posted my first blog on the 28th of July. I now have over 35 blogs on there so far. And I haven't written a single one of them. I'm telling you what, I am a retard when it comes to writing. I take that back. I've written thousands of contracts over my life, but I just don't want to do it. I honestly, I just don't want to do it. And so I went out on Fiverr and I hired 10 to 15 writers to start with. They were probably, 3 of them probably had the same blog, right? I was just hiring them, giving them the same thing. So every 3 people, I had 5 different ideas that I wanted written, let's say. I gave one idea to 3 people, 3 people, 3 people, 3 people. Let them all do their blog. I gave them a detailed sheet of how I wanted everything done, specifically, which I learned from Adam's blogging course. And I elaborated more on top of that because I'm OCD, obviously. And I created this detailed layout of how I wanted everything done specifically. And I gave that to all 15 people immediately. You eliminated half of them. And then I started working with the other half. And I boiled that down, they're all over the world, right? So you're going to have, you may have language barriers, you may have personality differences, perceptions of what I want and what I expect for what I'm paying for, and so on and so forth. So over this time now, for 2.5 months, and I've been working with these people, I've got it down to one guy, he writes all my course. I've got it down to one great gal in India, she does all of my software blogs. I've got another guy in Pakistan. I think the first guy, the writing course guy, is in Bangladesh. And then which is funny because the guy who designed my site, because I couldn't do that either, the guy who designed my site is in Bangladesh, and he's getting his master's in electrical engineering. These guys are smart. All of them have really good educations. They just don't have jobs in their country that can pay them well. So they do this. Anyway, the one great gal from India, love her, she's great. And then I have another gal from Pakistan. She's a really young lady. She's probably in her early 20s. She chimes in every now and then hey, I've got some free time. Would you like me to write one? And she does a very good job as well. But I only get her maybe once a month, if that. And then I have, the guy for crypto. So I say that he's from Pakistan. So we've got Bangladesh, does all my courses. India does the software. Pakistan does the crypto. And then just random stuff goes into the blog, right? And this is an affiliate link type marketing channel or marketing blog that I've been building. And I've taken the perception that this is going to take a year, right? So you're going to have to put a lot of money into it, writing these blogs. I mean, I pay on average $150 per blog. I paid the guy, I think, so far about $500 to develop and maintain the website. Anytime I have a problem, I send him a message, and he jumps in as an administrator and fixes it, and I'm good to go. And he's pretty responsive. I mean, he's like 24-hour turnaround time for getting stuff done. And all the blogs, the writing, usually about a week. The education one, because they're a little bit bigger, it takes him about 2 weeks to get one done, which is fine. He does a great job, and so I'm patient. And then I've hired, what would you call them? Link builders, basically. So they go out and they create 500-word blogs, and then they post them to all these other websites, and they have internal backlinks coming back to my channel or back to my specific blog for, like, how to code course, right? Or travel insurance, for digital nomads or whatever the hell it is. And so they'll write backlink articles, and they'll post them out to hundreds, if not thousands, of different websites and blogs. And my requirement is that wherever they post it, that has to have a domain rating above 50. It has to have a domain rating and a domain authority or a URL rating above 50 as well. So they're higher than me. So I started my domain rating was a big fat goose egg, July 28th. Right now, I'm sitting at a 30. I'm supposed to have a 30 URL, and I have a 62 domain rating. And I have 2 other groups that I've hired that I'm taking the domain rating up to 75 and the URL rating up to 60. So this gives you big credibility. I don't want to go into it on this blog, but it gives you great credibility and will help Google Analytics drive more to your blogs anyway. It's building up the foundation, right? So I'm working on this, and I've given myself a year to build all this up. Before I haven't even signed up with any affiliates at all. The site does get traffic, but I'm not worried about the affiliate links right now. I'm worried about building the website, and then once I get a higher amount of traffic, then I will start going out and I'll get all those affiliate links so that people that are coming through and signing up, I get commissions on it. But that was what I decided to do to make money abroad when I was traveling. But since I'm not doing that right now, I'm kind of thinking I want to start another blog on industrial commercial real estate, because I did some research, and it would be so easy to get to first page on Google, because most of the big real estate firms, they don't focus on industrial like I do. So anybody looking for industrial, I'm going to have a shit ton of blogs on my site and a whole bunch of data, and I'll get my DR rating up and get my UR rating up and all that other stuff, trust factor, all these things that go. And you got to learn a lot of stuff when you do a blog. I'm telling you what, Jesus, there's so much shit involved. And just plan on spending like $10,000 unless you're writing your own blogs. I budgeted 10 grand for this thing, and I'm probably 5,500, 6,000 into it. So now it's just blogs and backlinks, like Adam says, blogs and links, just content and backlinks. Anyway, so I want to do that for the commercial if I'm moving to Florida, to kind of give myself a little bit of an edge. If I hang my license with another brokerage outfit there, and maybe eventually in the future, do my own shop again. But don't need it. Anyway, so that was one of my ideas. That by the way, I love all your comments that you guys give me. I love interacting with you. Get a lot of them on the truck. A lot of Tacoma guys, taco guys, and gals actually. Will email me and ask me how I did such and such and whatever. And I love being able to contribute. So if you guys have any questions or comments or recommendations or advice on my dilemma here in my midlife crisis, please feel free to email me. And then basically I got to get to Florida. I want to get to Florida. It's calling me. And I know Wendy's on board because she has her shitty days too. I was going to mention, she worked at State Farm and she has her shitty days too. And I get the text. She's like, I don't want to adult anymore, or I don't want to people anymore, or when are we leaving? All these kind of, cute texts. I love them. They always brighten my day because I know she's on board, and I know initially I was the one that was going to drag her away from the kids. We got to get away from these kids. We got to let them grow. We got to let them expand and become their own little adults and stuff like that. They can't always be underneath our wing. of course, we'll be there for them. If somebody runs into financial problems or needs help or, is injured, we'll be on a flight, the next hour, whatever. But we got to let them grow, and we need to have our time. We need to be able to be free and do the things that we want to do and not have to worry about them constantly all the time. So we need to focus on us. I mean, shit, we're both, she's a smidget over 50. I'm 55. The clock is ticking, baby. We ain't got much time left. And I want to have a lot of fun. I want to enjoy my adulthood before I can't. Like my dad, bless his heart, he's 80 years old and he's restricted. I mean, he's worked in construction all of his life, so he's got titanium knees, one hip. I think both of his elbows have been replaced. He worked hard all of his life, and it's coming to haunt him now. Bless his heart, he worked in the yard as long as he can. Now his wife won't let him anymore. He's not allowed to do any more labor. I mean, this guy's 80 years old building concrete retaining walls in his backyard going down, overlooking the ocean overlooking the Puget Sound up in Seattle, and building these 3 layers of retaining walls with him. And he'll go to a Home Depot and pick up a couple of, extra side workers and brings them over and works them to death. And, God, I love it. That's the kind of shit that runs in my family is we love to build and create and do that kind of stuff. And that's why I want to do, the container home and do a remodel on a sailboat and so on and so forth. Love that stuff. That's how we did the vans. I didn't know shit about building vans. And, I know I've built custom homes. How hard could it be, And they turned out great. Go watch them. They were fun. Anyway, I kind of think I need to wrap it up. I'm chatting my ass off here. So not sure what I'm going to come at you with next, but we are leaving for the cruise on December 4th. So we'll be flying out to Fort Lauderdale and then going for 14 days. We go through the Panama Canal and up to Mexico. They've because I'm not vaccinated, so they've now eliminated all of that crap on the cruise boats, and they've took out Costa Rica. So we're not stopping in Costa Rica because Costa Rica you have to be either vaccinated or have to have a PCR test within 24 hours of going ashore. So the cruise line, I think it's Norwegian, Wendy booked us on. They eliminated the Costa Rica stop and they added Puerto Vallarta. So, oh well, no big deal. So we're going to go to like a vineyard or a winery or some shit like that in Puerto Vallarta. So every stop we go, I think there's 7 of them. We'll have videos for you on what to do there and all that good stuff, and then videos from the boat and the parties that they throw in the pool area and casino nights and the shows and all that kind of stuff. We'll try and bring you some entertainment with that. Okay, with that said, I will see you guys hopefully next week. If I have something worthy of regurgitating for you. We'll see you then. Hope you enjoyed.